and welcome back. In this Black Excellist presentation, today we will highlight Roy Donahue Peebles, the real estate mogul.
Welcome to blackexellist.com, the site where we celebrate Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
Roy Don Peebles is a real estate entrepreneur, author, and political activist. He is the founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of the Peebles Corporation, a real estate company. Peebles runs one of the nation's top privately held real estate investment and development firms that specializes in residential, hospitality, retail, and mixed-use commercial properties across America. In April 2015, Black Enterprise named Peebles as one of the business trailblazers and titans of Black America, 40 most powerful African Americans in business. In May 2009, Forbes listed Peebles in the top 10 of the wealthiest Black Americans. Peebles is now estimated to have a net worth of over $700 million. He is a longtime outspoken advocate for diversity in the industry and is always examining ways to support the emerging developers. Through co-developing or partnerships, his company Peebles Corporation has started a $500 million investment fund for minority and women property developers in markets including New York, Los Angeles, and South Florida, with the purpose of giving access to opportunity that otherwise would not be available. In this original Black Excellist video, we will be featuring Don Peebles, successful businessman and real estate mogul. So without further ado, let's get started. 1. Peebles was born on March 2, 1960 in Washington, D.C. Roy Donahue Peebles was born on March 2, 1960 to Roy Donahue Peebles Sr. and Ruth Yvonne Willoughby. As the only son, Roy Donahue Peebles grew up in Washington, D.C. After his parents divorced in 1967, 8-year-old Peebles moved with his mother to Detroit. His mother worked as a secretary, but she went to night school to get her brokerage license and also worked as a sales agent. Later, she opened her own real estate brokerage firm. During the summer of his senior year of high school, Donahue Peebles worked with his mother in appraising homes while learning the basic principles of the real estate business. 2. Assisting his father as a car mechanic gave Peebles a strong work ethic. Peebles has said that assisting his father as a car mechanic while still a child instilled strong work ethic in him. He attended the United States Capitol Page High School, where he graduated in 1978. As a teenager, he worked on Capitol Hill as a congressional page and as an intern for 2 congressmen, Representative John Conyers of Michigan and Representative Ron Dellums of California. Even though he had a pretty grueling schedule, it taught him to see the connection between politics and business, which would later help skyrocket him into the national spotlight and earn him great respect in the real estate arena. 3. Peebles goes from college dropout to real estate prodigy. R. Donahue Peebles dropped out after 1 year as a pre-med student at Rutgers University and became a real estate sales agent and appraiser in Washington, D.C. College was somewhat of a letdown for Peebles, who jettisoned his dream of becoming a physician since he had already been working and making money for years. Peebles acknowledged the reality that real estate had low barriers of entry, so Peebles set out on a mission. He left college, he took courses on appraising, and immediately started signing real estate transactions. In 1979, Peebles worked as a sales agent and appraiser at a time when interest rates were quite low, but he was getting experience. His years of perseverance, doggedness, and commitment eventually paid off. On January 9, 1983, the ambitious 23-year-old real estate agent established RDP Corporation, a residential and commercial real estate appraisal firm. In 1984, his work in the political arena paid off. At the age of 24, Washington's Mayor Marion Barry appointed him chairperson of the board, where he served for about 4 years. Between 1986 and 1987, a Peebles-led partnership acquired a 100,000 square foot office building at 2100 Martin Luther King Avenue, SC, one of Washington, D.C.'s economically challenged neighborhoods. The building was the first new major commercial building built in the Anacostia section of Washington, D.C. in decades, and Peebles was only 27 when the project broke ground. 4. Peebles establishes himself as a power player in real estate development. Peebles founded RDP Assessment Appeals Services in 1990. Within 2 years, the Washington-based firm was appealing over 400 tax assessment appeal cases annually and had the highest success rate of any tax assessment appeals firms in Washington, D.C. Throughout the 1990s, Peebles continued to acquire several commercial buildings and development sites in Washington, D.C. In 1995, while on vacation with his family in Miami Beach, Peebles learned of the city's search for a black developer for the redevelopment of 2 old beach hotels, the Shorecrest and the 1930s Royal Palm Hotel. Peebles won the project, developing it into a 420-room and suite oceanfront resort consisting of 3 towers in the heart of Miami Beach overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Upon completion, the Royal Palm Resort became the nation's first major hotel and resort to be developed and owned by an African American. Since then, Peebles has extended his real estate portfolio with new developments all over the country, from the Marriott Convention Center in D.C. to the Viola Back Bay in Boston. 5. Peebles is a lifelong Democrat and mayoral aspirant. Peebles and his wife have supported several congressional, mayoral, gubernatorial, and presidential aspirants over the years. However, he has demonstrated his independence by challenging Democratic leaders on key issues such as taxes and access to equal economic opportunities for minorities and women. In 1992, he hosted presidential hopeful and Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton in his home for a fundraiser. And Peebles also served as a member of President Barack Obama's National Finance Committee for the Obama's 2008 election and 2012 re-election campaign. In 2010, Peebles considered running for mayor of Washington, but he decided to withdraw due to his mother-in-law's illness. Recently, he was even mulling a mayoral run in New York City as he felt that the current mayor was not addressing the need to initiate projects that could transform communities. Using buildings and real estate as vehicles or symbols of opportunity has always been the philosophy behind Don's political ambitions. The real estate tycoon was elected vice chairman of the board of directors of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation in 2013. Between July 2015 and February 2017, R. Donahue Peebles became the only non-member of Congress to be elected to serve as chairperson of the CBCF's board of directors.
If you love our videos and have a suggestion for a future edition, let us hear from you in the comments section below.
6. Peebles married in 1994 and has 2 children. In 1994, Don Peebles married his wife Katrina, a former PR executive and model who still serves on the board of directors of the Peebles Corporation. The family moved to Miami, Florida in 1998 and then migrated to Coral Gables in 2001. The couple have 2 children, a son, Donahue Peebles III, and daughter, Chloe Peebles. Donahue Peebles III currently attends Columbia University and is a contributing employee at the Peebles Corporation, where he is working on a hotel and condo development in Washington, D.C. Their daughter, Chloe Peebles, is a top equestrian competitor and a 2-sport student athlete. Peebles and his family also maintain residences in New York City, Bridgehampton, and Washington, D.C. 7. Peebles Corporation launched a $500 million fund for minority-led developments in 2019. In 2019, Peebles Corporation unveiled a $500 million development fund geared toward women and minority-led projects. Through co-developing and partnerships, Peebles Corporation is looking closely at the different ways in which they can further support emerging minority developers. With this $500 million fund, which focuses specifically on commercial and multifamily affordable housing projects that range between $10 million and $70 million in South Florida, New York City, Los Angeles, Boston, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and Charlotte, Peebles believes that this initiative will help mitigate risk and help other developers grow quicker. 8. Peebles Company is the largest African-American-owned development firm. Today, Peebles Atlantic Development Corporation is recognized as the largest African-American-owned development firm in the United States, with real estate holdings valued at approximately $500 million. His development projects at the Bath Club, a condo project that has transformed the oldest social club on Miami Beach's Millionaire's Row, offers 112 units valued at up to $10 million each. He's also negotiating new projects in Las Vegas and the San Francisco Bay Area. In addition to his role as CEO of the Peebles Corporation, Donahue Peebles is also the author of the Peebles Principles and the Peebles Path to Real Estate Wealth. Peebles has also appeared regularly on CNBC, CNN, and Fox to advise on real estate, economic, and political issues. He is a highly sought-after speaker who has spoken to educational, business, and professional audiences across the United States. Donahue Peebles also greatly advocates the mentoring and exposure of youth to the value of entrepreneurship. The real estate magnate is a USC ambassador and currently serves on the board of directors of YMCA of Greater New York. 9. Peebles has received numerous awards over the last 25 years. In recognition of his entrepreneurial leadership, selfless community service efforts, and genius development abilities, Donahue Peebles has received many awards of merit. In 2004, his company, the Peebles Corporation, was recognized by Black Enterprise as Company of the Year. He was named Trailblazer of the Year by the Metropolitan Black Bar Association in 2016. In 2017, Donahue Peebles received the Champions for Children Award from the New York City Mission Society. More recent accolades also include Entrepreneur of the Year, presented by Reverend Jesse Jackson at the 11th Annual Wall Street Project Economic Summit, Corporate Citizen Award from 100 Black Men of New York, the NV Award for Entrepreneurship, the Hennessy Privilege Award for Extraordinary Community Contributions, induction to the Martin Luther King International Board of Renaissance Leaders Hall of Fame at Morehouse College in Atlanta, the Reginald F. Lewis Award for Entrepreneurship, and Corporate Honoree at Amsterdam News 100th Anniversary Gala. 10. Peebles wants to provide entrepreneurs with greater access to opportunity. Peebles has built up his 6 million square foot portfolio by picking deals that transform and open up opportunities. He's known for weaving in $10 million and up apartments alongside redevelopment projects in some of the most impoverished areas in cities across the eastern seaboard. Peebles states, "The projects we tend to be attracted to are those that have greater impact, greater symbolism. Our number one focus is that our buildings are vehicles or symbols of opportunity. Our goal is to develop projects that transform communities." His company's focus on working in cities lends well to developing both luxury and affordable projects, as his company has recently tripled its dealings in New York, a city with one of the world's largest wealth divides. What's pushing Peebles, he says, is shrinking the wealth gap by providing greater access to opportunity and continuing his commitment to helping women and minorities. "I attribute my success to access to opportunity. The status quo is not a sustainable situation for business. It's in our interest as entrepreneurs to provide greater access to opportunity."
We appreciate the fact that you stayed with us until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video. Bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.